Good morning, everybody. I wanted to go live, number one, because my husband went to go play poker. And I had some free time to kind of get into what I'm going to be talking about with this Surviving Black Culture series I'm going to be doing with DC. I can't wait to plan that show out and get it to you guys. But somebody sent me probably a week or two ago. Someone sent me this page and they said, "Hey, yo, check this out. What's happening, Neil? Check this page out. It's full of ratchetness." I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be like the typical stuff that Black folks do. But then I got into it. Sorry, I feel like my gain is up too high. I got into it, and I started to see the things that were posted on this page. This is a page with 187,900 members, roughly. Okay, it's called Bumpin' Thumpin' Jumpin'. This page is literally a spot for Black people to come together and roast each other. If you don't know what roast means, it means to joan, to clown, to make fun of, those things. So they're on here doing that. And I was watching this earlier, and I'm sharing it with my husband, and I came to a harsh realization. Folks like me, people like Cash, a lot of Black conservatives, we represent the minority within our race. 187,900 people are literally in a group to clown and make fun of each other. She didn't watch. I had Christine reach out to her, and of course she didn't. She didn't take me up on my offer, but we know why. Conversations aren't hard to have, but for some people they are. English is hard. But yo, like it kind of broke my heart. Like when we were sitting there talking, and I came to that realization, I'm like, yo, we represent the minority. And he's like, yeah, there's more people that are just not interested in anything productive. Don't have anything going on. And it's unfortunate because they don't have to live those lives, but because of surroundings, because of how folks get raised, parents not really parenting their children, we have pages like this that remain, it's crazy. Pages like this remain on Facebook. They don't get flagged. They don't get taken down. Facebook leaves it alone. So we can have groups like this where they're showing nothing and sharing nothing but negativity. But Primetime Patriots, Blake, me, Kaylee, censored like a mug. I can't tell you how many times this group has showed up in my timeline since I've decided to go ahead and join it and look at it. And thank you, Monique, for sending me this, because this is going to be an introduction to what I'm really going to be talking about. When I say that, I just saw my notification. Black culture is a product. It doesn't represent us as Black people. But yet we keep buying into this stuff. Look at this. I'm gonna share. This lady is toe up drunk at 7 a.m, arguing with 44 people. Look at this.
Shit, I gotta make daddy shit. I make my own money. Bye, Jane. Bye.
Can y'all hear this?
Bye. I bet I see her name no more. James Ruffin.
Look at this, man. I'm not making fun of her. I want to put this disclaimer out. I'm not making fun of her. I'm not talking shit about the community. Obviously, I love the Black community, or I wouldn't go as hard as I do. I wouldn't take the abuse. Like, I just wouldn't, bro. That would be a waste of my time. I'm really showing a side that nobody really gets to see because they act like it doesn't exist. They act like this particular demographic is not a large portion of the Black community, and it's sad, bro. It's sad.
I wish I was Japan. I'll beat everybody fucking ass too.
Yo, listen to this girl, man. Uh-oh.
Denise, I wish you was down here.
And look,
your mama is a bitch too, baby.
57 people.
Your mama was a bitch just like my mama a bitch.
57 people, bro.
I mean, what the fuck? Your mama a bitch too. So you ain't heard me talking about my mama. You got a mama just like I got one. She dead or not, I don't care. Watch what you say, baby. Girl, you fucking lying or lie? Girl, you fucking lie. Make sense, baby. My folks from there. Y'all just broke as
bro. The grammar, the fact that she's on social media at 7 a.m. drinking, arguing with like total strangers. And you know, when you look at this chat, man, people are ruthless, like straight dogging and roasting her, talking shit, and she's spitting it back out. And this is literally what this Facebook page does. This is all it does. This is all people do. They get on here and they talk junk. One day I'm going to go live in here. And I'm going to talk. It's cool. You have the option to go live. I can't wait to do it. From your phone, of course. I can't go live from my computer, but from my phone, and I'm going to stream it. This is what they do for fun. Earlier, because I've been looking into this, I said, let me make sure I'm not being biased. I'm going to watch every video that comes across, and I want to see the reoccurring theme of all these videos. Every single video that I came across is them roasting each other. You hear women calling each other bitches and hoes. You got people that are in jail. Okay. A 12-year-old just got on this stream that I just pulled up. They said she was either 12 or 13. This grown man, she was calling him her man. And then at some point in the live, they sit and talk about passing girls like her around. These men are in jail. They're in jail on social media. Tell me what type of reform are they getting? I'm doing this to show the harsh realities of what's really happening in the Black community, because people don't want to talk about it. Folks don't want to take accountability for what's actually going on. And this is what it is. This is a Black group, straight up Black, ran by Black. Listen to this.
Oh, he got me too. I gotta get him. We got slimy attention.
There are women in this chat bidding on men.
Yeah.
Bidding.
Yeah, you a dude. You out of here.
She gone now.
You out of here. You ain't gotta think about that. You look like a dude.
Bitch, you
suspicious activity. You out of here.
You hit
real talk. You know that you need to change your profile.
Watch how many women are here.
How old are y'all?
Man, we some nanny babies.
Damn.
We some nanny babies.
Some nanny babies. I said Smooth, you Smooth with 2000, baby.
Yeah, he 2000.
He the young. What they say about Robin? What my
His
ex-wife?
Damn.
What you say? Hey, ain't Lady Soda, that's the one with the titties, ain't it?
See, look.
Yeah, that's the one with the beautiful ass titties. She talking about your beautiful ass titties. You got the beautiful ass titties. Yeah,
Bro.
oh, I ain't think she.
I'm a late nanny,
What I
baby.
said, Papa T.
Why do we have to be in denial about what's happening? This is sad on so many levels. On so many levels, this is sad. I'm sitting here watching Black folks just disrespect each other. Just disrespectful. We got women on here twerking, doing extra stuff. Somebody's grandma. This is what our community has turned into. And I blame democratic policies, the lack of fathers, morals, the crappy schools that we are forced to send our kids to, the crappy politicians that run the states and cities don't bring their citizens relief. They're just there for their own personal gain. But there's not a problem in the Black community, guys. I'm just a coon, and I want to cause, I want to take attention away from police brutality because of white supremacy. Tell me where you see white supremacy in any of these videos. Look at this, man. I can't even imagine how old she is. There you go. Social media centers our stuff, but leaves this up. You know why? Because we are waking people up to the truth. That is all I want to do on my platform. Anything I put up, it's a well thought out post, and it forces people to think about societal norms. Societal norms. The stuff that's normal now, the fact that 30 is a new 20 because 30-year-olds aren't prepared for lives, to have families, to maybe get married. You know, there's apparently something wrong with making sure your kid is responsible, mature. By the age of 15, 16, why can't our kids be functioning? Why can't they be ready for adulthood, approaching 18, approaching graduation, ready for whatever they're going to go after in life? Why can't we set our kids up for that? Why are these cultural norms, according to society, according to the media, this isn't normal? This is just how Black folks act. You know, this stuff right here. Black Lives Matter, but we brutalize our own. Fighting in stores. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand why I go so hard? Why I tell the truth? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. FDR. FDR. The New Deal. The New Deal that was supposed to help everybody get out of poverty after the Great Depression created a disaster. These are the ramifications of that. Women don't value themselves. How old is this girl? You had to get on social media to do this for attention. For 62 likes. Like what? What? Where are we?
One person on the page.
This is women. This is a lot of black women. This is the modern woman we're looking at. They like look at this, man. You remember when Baps was considered comedy? Y'all remember Baps? You remember that old movie? Halle Berry and dang, what's her name? She's a heavyset girl. I can't think of her name. Do y'all remember that movie? I'm trying to pull a picture up. See if maybe that jog your memory. Excuse me. You remember? Okay. Babs was comedy. Now, Babs has turned into real life. The long nails, the extra ghetto fabulous hair, all that stuff was comedy. And black folks understood this is comedy. This is not real. This is not how we conduct ourselves. This is not how we act. We had an understanding of that. But somewhere along the lines, our morals, how we view ourselves, our self-esteem, everything has just gone to shit. And the second you try to reach down and grab your fellow black person out of it and tell them, no, there's a better way. There's another option. You don't have to do this. You don't have to. He said they're all fluorescent. This is Baps. Look at the hair, the nails. Man, bro. It's sad. It's sad what we have turned into.
Maybe you could.
Nah, maybe you, nigga, not maybe me.
Why?
She likes me.
And she likes me.
You heard her. I don't know if this is her son, her brother, her cousin, whoever, but you heard what she just called him, right? Listen. And we wonder why our kids are so fucked up.
Who's you growling at?
Maybe you could.
Nah, maybe you, nigga, not maybe me.
Nigga?
She likes me.
And she likes me. That's why I'm trying to.
Whew. Stuff like this really grinds my gears, especially when this is what's actually actively going on in the community and folks just ignore it. Just ignore it and act like it's not happening and make you feel crazy for when you want to speak out and wake people up to the BS. I'm tired. I'm tired of watching that. I'm tired of groups like that staying available for everybody to go view, everybody to make a spectacle of, laugh. And then you want people to take you serious when you say Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter wants to be taken serious when you don't even go to neighborhoods like that. You don't put money back into the schools, back into the city. Oh, well, it's not for black on black crime. It's not for specifically black people. It's for the people that have been affected by white cops. So Black lives don't matter then. According to what I just showed you, which is a big Facebook group, which isn't the first or the last. There's been several on here. Who cares about the black community? Have you guys ever seen that? Outside of black folks, we know how ratchet we can be. Have you guys seen that? Why don't we I don't know, bro. This is why I say it's good it's good that we have folks like Candace Owens. It's good that we have folks like Kevin Samuels, who I'm about to get into. It's good that these people exist because they defy the narrative. They tell the truth, and people don't like it. But we need that because we're going down a crazy path. We're not even going down it. We are already down it. The damage is done. People need to start telling the truth about what's really going on. Black conservatives are the minority. Black conservatives that take accountability, minority. Black conservatives that don't still use their skin color as a crutch or an excuse, you're the minority. We're the minority. And it's sad. So I can't wait to bring more information to you in this series that I'm doing with DC, Surviving Black Culture, because the Black culture that I just showed you, the Black culture that you see in rap, TV, movies, that does not speak for all Black people, nor is it Black culture. Race and culture do not go together. Everybody else who doesn't act or behave like them, prove that it's not culture. That culture and race don't go together. There is definitely a culture. I'm not going to say Black culture. I will say I'm going to come up with a better phrase for it, and I'm going to start posting it. That's what I'm going to do. But here's Kevin Samuels. He posed a good question. Do modern women have a plan for their future? And my husband sent me this. He said, it's a good listen. People need to hear this. So I'm going to share this with you. Probably commentate a little bit. Thank you for watching me so early in the morning. It's pretty dope. Folks can do the Bust It Challenge, Silhouette Challenge. I'm a savage. Make it twerk, but won't challenge themselves to do better. Won't challenge themselves by raising standards. Won't challenge themselves to hear and take in the truth as uncomfortable as it is. My people, yeah, man. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. It's sad.
Yes. I cannot say what's wrong or right.
You're a Christian? It's a yes or no question.
I grew up Christian.
Are you a Christian? I mean, are you still
y'all
a
hear
Christian?
this?
Are you a practicing Christian or not?
No.
All right.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. How old are you?
33.
33.
Ooh,
all right.
ding, ding,
So,
ding. The magic number.
why'd you come on saying, ha, 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 what's up?
Oh, I didn't even know you saw that. So literally, as soon as I pressed request, then I got accepted.
Okay, so would you rather be right or would you rather have a man, or do you plan on living with a woman for the rest? Living with a woman till the end?
And those are my only three options that I have to answer, right?
Well, either you're going to have a man, but if you got to be right, you ain't going to have a man. So if you don't have a man, you're either going to live by yourself. That means you got to be rich, or you're going to live with a woman.
Got it. So if those are my three options, then being right is not necessarily what I would put as top priority. But it's just that
He's always got a Red Bull.
Into a box.
Yeah, it's called.
What if I wanted
Hold on. She said what now? Hold on. Sorry.
So if those are my three options, then being right is not necessarily what I would put as top priority. But it's just that it feels like you're forcing me into a box.
Yeah, it's called.
Because what if I wanted to live with a cat?
What?
I'm just saying. There are other options, right?
Not really.
Oh.
Just that it feels like you're forcing me into a box.
Look at her eyes, bro.
Yeah, it's called.
What if I wanted to live with a cat? I'm just saying. options, right?
Not really. Because regardless of what sort of animal you decide to live with, the point is, what is your ability to live with a man? Like most women, like women of other races can tend to cohabit with their men. What you gonna do?
I mean, I would love to cohabitate with my man when you know, and so being right all the time seems like that would be something that would not have me cohabitate with anyone. You know, you have to be able to compromise, and being right is not necessarily important. That's not something that
Sorry,
people
I'm
prioritize.
sleepy.
It shouldn't be, but how often do you realize that when I go back and forth with women, they need to be right?
First off, I am one of those women who are in support of women, so I
You're a feminist?
understand.
You're a feminist?
No, please don't put me in a box, Mr. Samuels.
See, first of all, you need to back up off the camera and recognize I'm talking to another adult, and adults realize that things get put in boxes. We don't do this over here. Everything is subjective and variable, and everybody's a special snowflake.
Damn, Romero, you gave it to her raw.
Things that are generally true. And if that's not what we're going to do, then we can't have a conversation because there's nothing to be talking about.
Okay, so then no.
You're a supporter
I would not
of women.
consider myself-
You're a supporter of women. What does that mean?
That means that I understand where women are coming from when they talk to you the way they do.
Really?
Well, damn.
I get it. I get it. I would not. I think that we, or the women that I've seen speaking to you, maybe getting in their, getting emotional about things. But I understand why people could get emotional.
Yeah, because they're wrong. Generally because they're wrong and they're losing the argument.
Or maybe something that they haven't identified about themselves is, being triggered, and they may not understand what that is.
Either way, wrong, not win. People who are winning an argument don't typically get in their emotions. Because see, I get spoken to by several groups of women.
Right.
But the women you tend to folks who tend to focus on are the ones that are combative and argumentative.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't see. I really did not expect. So, okay,
Wait.
so
Wait. What? No, she got straight pop bottle lenses. Oh God.
Hell to the no, no, no. Come on. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no.
No, no, no. Hell to the no. Girl. Hell to the nose of them glasses. Oh shit. Hold on, let me
Mars Black.
back to the original, or what?
Kevin, I love you. Oh.
Where we go now? Where do we go?
Where's Michael Jordan? Man? I saw you on this Nike commercial back in 1984. That was the shit.
You go.
No, seriously though. Seriously, you say you're a supporter of women.
Yes.
I'm a big supporter of women.
Oh, I think you know what?
No, I'm a supporter of women. I'm a supporter of your rightful place.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Where is that?
Ooh.
I would like to know what you think too. I mean, my right.
No. Where is it, woman's? Where is it? Are you a Christian? It's a yes or no question.
I grew up Christian.
Are you a Christian? I mean, are you still a Christian? Are you a practicing Christian or not?
No.
All right. What is a woman's place on the planet then?
Ooh, go ahead.
Thriving and surviving. I mean, I don't. You know what? Your question.
Now I cannot stand the fact that women cannot answer this basic question. What is your purpose? They're always like fumbling over words.
It's a yes or no
Girl.
question.
I grew up Christian.
Are you are you still a Christian? Are you a practicing Christian or not?
No.
All right. What is a woman's place on the planet then?
Thriving and surviving.
Thriving and surviving.
Your questions are so.
What can a woman survive? What can a single
Bust down,
solitary woman
Tatiana.
survive on her own in nature?
I want to see you bust down.
I mean, I guess if that's the case, then we need a partner to continue life.
You cannot. No. When I ask you where is a woman's natural place in society, you say thriving and surviving. And the next question I ask you is, where can a woman do that on her own?
You can't.
You contradict that point, meaning your point isn't thriving and surviving. Your point is under your men. Because without us, you can't survive. Without you, we simply can't reproduce.
Well, what if so in order to survive, that means that I would need to learn how to grow my food, drink, get water, set up some traps or something so that something.
Okay, so let's start with number 1. 3 minutes without air, 3 days without water,
Facts,
3
Carla.
weeks without food. Do you know how to build a fire?
Yes.
Okay,
Well,
so
okay, I'm sorry.
what state do you live in?
I have a tool. There are
What
tools.
state do you live in?
Michigan.
Michigan. Detroit area?
Yes.
All right, so if all the water stopped shut down right now, where would you go get water?
The store.
I would have to go up north to the fresh lakes.
You would have to go to the store. Quit lying.
It's a lot of lakes around here.
And how far is that from you?
The freshest lake that I would drink from, maybe 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours to get water. Okay. You go drive 2.5 hours. All right. Now the power grids and everything else shut down. No man's running it. It's just women. You go out there and you get the water. Then what do you do with it after you acquired the water? What do you do with it?
You drink it. Watch.
I would drink it. I would store it.
And you would die.
Why, kept Mr. Samuels?
Well,
she said I would drink
You think you can just drink lake water? Yes, you do. Yeah, and you would die. The microbacteria.
Okay. But why are we going so survivalist with this right
Because
now?
it's the point.
Oh my God,
You can't survive without us because you can't even get the basic things. You can breathe because the creator is giving you enough oxygen. The water and food, you said I would have to get my own water, grow my own food. Before you could even grow your food, you die of thirst in 72 hours because as soon as you drove 2.5 hours up to the lake, burning up your gas, burning up your finite resources, you go to the lake, take the water, and because men have civilized the world in general, y'all just think, just drink. And as soon as you do that, you be dead. The microbes, the bacteria knock you out.
Oh my God. Mr. Samuels.
Man, I've just shown you, just like so many women, you guys, because you can turn on a light, you don't realize that you need us for survival. It is not even your instinct to think about how, your instinct is just this. Women's natural instinct is to say, there's water, is the water safe? Is the water potable? Y'all don't even think this anymore.
Yeah, but you know what? I think there's a lot of men, especially like.
And I was about to say exactly. Here's what she's gonna do next. She's gonna say, well, men do it too. See, here's the thing. If the man were to drive up 2 hours, there'd be another man with him saying, you can't drink that. We understand how to manipulate. Listen.
Look, I don't want you to think I don't need you. I need you.
It's not. So when I said a woman's natural place is under her men, not thriving and surviving, your place is with us, or else you don't live.
Okay.
Don't say all men, don't say all women. I'm gonna say all men. I'm gonna say all women, because the bottom line is this:
hi, baby.
Have gotten to a place in the world to where you honestly, men are to you guys, it's like almost a luxury. Until you realize that unless you're making enough money to replace 2 incomes, how are you going to get from the age of 65 to 85? Do you have enough money to survive? Or, like most women, the government, somebody will do it for us. Men live in a world that we know that nobody's coming to save us.
Okay. I have no issue with saying that women need men, but I just, I mean, I would disagree with you when you say that you don't need us and you just need us to reproduce. I mean, that's a continuation.
We don't need you to survive. We don't need you to survive.
Okay.
That's what I said. We don't need you to survive. See, why am I making this point? Because many modern women think men are a luxury instead of a necessity. I said many modern women think men are a luxury because you have a job and because you can earn money. But women who think like this, their man is the government, the system. If someone were to come to their house, their apartment, whatever, and to try to enter it, the first thing they would do is pick up the phone and dial 911. They would not expect a woman to show up. They would expect a man to come. If it was on fire, they'd call the fire department. They would not expect a woman to show up. They'd expect a man to come. Everything that a man used to do has been outsourced just because you could pay for it. So now it's like, well, I'll only pick a man that I like. He has to be this, he has to be that, instead of having a man for survival. The average woman earns what in this country? Less than $30,000.
Okay.
So you should have let her answer, bro.
Even if you take in our community, let's say the average woman, let's just say for sake of argument, $50,000, and that's high. How does a woman get from one part of life to the end of life on a $50,000 income after retirement?
Thank you. He's watching, so he saw you say that.
Am I supposed to? I just feel like you have the answer for everything.
Well, I want to know. She's made $50,000 every year. At 65, she has to retire. How does she go from 65 to 85?
I mean, there's multiple ways to make streams of income. Like, I pride myself on how many streams of income I have. Like, there's
listen.
So many.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh, stop fucking lying.
Why is it that every time he asks these women about income or how you gonna make it work, how you gonna make that divide between, that gap between 40 and 80 to provide for yourself? Oh, well, I got multiple streams of income. Do you remember the last girl that said that? She had a traveling liquor bar. Then she was a real estate agent. Then she said, I'm gonna make $200,000. I have faith in myself. What multiple streams of income? Like, all of y'all got multiple streams of income. All of y'all. Every single woman that comes on here that he asks this question to, they give the same response. Good Lord.
She made $50,000, man. Like, most women don't have multiple streams of income. Most people have one stream of income. It's a job. She made $50,000 off of however many streams, $50,000. And that's almost twice as much as the average woman makes. At 65, retirement age, how does she live the next 20 years?
It's just so many options. You can invest your money. You can like right now, crypto is a great game to hop in.
You're not getting it. You're not getting it. If she's made $50,000, she is able to pay her rent, mortgage, a car note. She's living effectively paycheck to paycheck. Man, in Detroit, you are not living high on the hog at $50,000. There's no investments at $50,000. It's paycheck to paycheck. It's $1,000 a week.
Right, but what I'm saying is she can take some of that money, right? That she doesn't have to spend all of that money that
yes, she does.
Paycheck.
Okay, let's talk about it. How much? Okay,
no, because you would have to live. You live below your means, so that you can save.
How many people making $50,000 a year in this country have investments?
I mean, I don't know, Mr. Samuels. I don't know.
What I'm telling you is what I'm showing you. That's my point is. The average cost to live, that is why you need two incomes, because it is physically impossible to get enough money post-retirement on one salary.
Good comment, Romero. Good comment.
$50,000, even if she has an apartment and it's $1,500 a month, That's $18,000 a year in a car note. At $50,000, you're bringing home after taxes, what, 35, 36? That's $3,000 a month. If your rent is 30 to 40% of that, car, utilities, groceries, health, and insurance, you're not getting rich. It's paycheck to paycheck, effectively the working poor. And that means if nothing happens and she just has to retire, she's not had any, can't invest any money if you're living paycheck to paycheck. There's no investments. So that means when the income stops, where's the next 20 years of money going to come from? And what you're showing is that the next, we don't know. We're not planning for it. We don't have enough.
I think that, people know there are women, there are multiple people who know how to live below their means. There are people who know how to, get into real estate or things.
Man, what's the average net worth of what is the average net worth of a 40-year-old black woman in this country?
40-year-old? Oh, so
40-year-old black woman in this country. What's her net worth?
I don't know. 60,000, I'm guessing.
$5.
Wait, what?
1, 2, 3, 4, $5.
Oh, net worth. Gotcha. Okay, that's terrible.
It's reality. In the black community, our dollar circulates less than 6 hours. In the next community, it circulates 7 days. Ma'am, what I'm saying is to women, you cannot afford to not have a man. You're going, unless you are making $125,000 or more from age 35 on through, you're not going to have enough money to invest, to save, to do anything, to have any kind of retirement.
Damn. She said, wait, what? He said $5. That's your net worth. Whew. If drowning without water was a person. This is a harsh reality. Just like I showed you guys earlier, the harsh reality of what the black community has become. This is a harsh reality for what women think in this world. Like, man, a lot of us are delusional. This is why I put up that post and I said, look, and people got in their feelings. I don't care what anybody says. People got in their feelings. And I actually asked my husband, shout out to you. I love you, babe. I said, do you think this is judgmental? And I read him the post and he said, no. It would be judgmental if you singled somebody out and said, you can't or you won't do this. But this is why I put up that post and I said, if you don't have it together by 30 and you're using that excuse as to why you're not married, as if getting married after 30 is cool or hip or trendy. No, we should all be preparing. I'm going to be preparing my kids. Like I was saying earlier, we should all be preparing people, children, adults, whatever, to be responsible humans. By the time you're 20, why can't you have a bank account full of money from you working all through high school? Why can't you have a car? Why can't you either be getting a trade and, if you want to go to college, why can't that be in a 20-year-old's mind? At 21, at 20, I got married. 21, I had my first child. Those experiences, like me being married so young and having kids, forced me to grow up and to really think about what I was doing with life. Because outside of that, I was in no man's land, just coasting through life. I'll figure it out. Whatever else happens, happens. I wasn't prepared for what it was going to be like when I left my mom's house. I wasn't even ready to move out. And that all was simply from bad parenting. My mother nor my father gave me the tools to succeed in life. So we keep lowering the standard, for our kids, for ourselves, for society, to say that 30 is the new 20. I think that's rather shitty and it's horrible. And this is why Saying 30 is a new 20 is why we have clueless women like her that don't know what I'm gonna do with the water after I get it out the nasty lake. It's fresh, but I need to boil it, to kill off the bacteria in there. What am I gonna do if the lights go out? Can I start a fire? Oh, I need tools to do that. What if you don't have any of that? I'm just saying, man. I don't just post stuff to be rude. I post it because it's true. If you are approaching 30, you're still not married, you still don't have a goal for life, you are a piss poor excuse for an adult. And your parents didn't give you the proper tools. It's just the facts of life. It is. Sorry.
And that's the point, because the world has told women you can have everything and that the end will never come. Women tend to think, just like the water example, that it's simple. It's not. If you make $50,000 as a woman by yourself, women cost more as they age.
You can thank my husband.
This is why our community is jacked up, and our women, due respect, the questions I'm asking really shouldn't be hard, but because no one's made our women sit down and run the numbers of, all right, if you're not gonna be with a man, you're gonna have a cat. Who's gonna pay the bills? You and your cat, who's gonna pay the bills? Fair question, right?
Me and my man that I need.
No. But you got a cat or a dog. You can't. You've chosen a cat or a dog. You can't cooperate with a man.
Listen, I didn't know how far we could take it, but if I'm gonna operate in your rules and in your, in your world, then I'm willing to do that. I just thought that there could be another option. That's all.
There could be another what?
I just thought that there could be.
My point is, man, unless you are a high earning woman, being with a man is not optional if you want to live to the end of retirement. It's not optional. Unless you're making over 6 figures, where are you gonna get your money from 60 plus?
She's gonna pimp out Fluffy.
I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted in the comments.
Why are you looking in the
correct?
comments?
Listen, hey, I guess it's just popping up like crazy, all the hearts and everything like that. Thank you for that.
The hearts of the points I'm making about y'all haven't thought about this.
There were a lot of different comments all over the place.
Good, Richard. Preparing for life.
You're talking. I'm running the show and I'm not looking at the comments.
Okay.
I'm trying to have a serious conversation for the community. How old are you? 30 what?
So listen.
How old are you? I don't remember. How old are you?
33.
33. So what do you do for it?
I record audiobooks. I work for a tech company. I manage social media. I do gigs.
When's the last time you held a W-2 job?
I currently hold a full-time.
I mean, a 40-hour week W-2 job.
It's presently.
All right. Are you making in excess of $100,000 a year?
No.
You're making less than $75,000 a year.
Facts, Romero.
No. Yes. I don't know. I'm doing my taxes this week though, and that's the goal. I'm close. So for everyone to know.
So the bottom line comes down to this. The bottom line comes down to this. How much, if you never marry, how much money, if you never were to marry, how much money
we're frozen,
need?
Mrs.
No, you're frozen. I'm okay. We got 5 bars over here.
I'm frozen. Hold on.
If you were never to marry, okay. All right. I don't know what happened there. The bottom line. So here you go. You back? You're back.
Can you hear me? If I were never to marry, that's all I can hear. That's all I heard.
If you were never to marry, and you had to retire at 65 and you lived to 85, how much money would you need from 65 to 85?
What's going on with my internet?
How much money is that? You said it. You've said this number before.
Yeah.
But I'm asking you, at 33, how much do you think? How much do you think you need?
From 65 to 85 to retire. Let's just say, so what's that, 20 years? And I'm like,
oh, throw a ballpark number out there, girl.
So let's just say I would need like $50 grand a year to live off of for 20 years. So then what's that? Like $1 million? Forgive me, I don't know. What's the math?
Well, if you were making $50,000, that's $1 million. And the average $50,000, so that's what I just said. The average $50,000 a year earner will not have $1 million to retire on.
Nice, okay. Romero. That's
they can't
dope, man.
Make enough. There are no investment vehicles. And you need at least 1.6 to 2.4 because you have to adjust for inflation. There's not enough money to put in the vehicles. See, there's no way to overcome the math. You won't have enough to retire on.
She got AT&T internet service. Man, this is we're in a really sad part of American history. Like when you think about it, when you think about where people's mentalities and thought processes are, she can't even she can't even answer basic questions like a ballpark of what you think would help you survive. How to drink water. Everything is a joke to her rather than having a real conversation. She's trying to flirt, be funny, laugh. Oh man, I just.
I'm trying to, ladies, understand something. Understand something. You have been allowed to go into the world to not have to take it seriously.
Shots fired.
To be, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a this, I'm a that, and robbing people to pay Paul. And at the end of the day, making money, not investing anything. And unless you, and if you're not going to be with a man and really build with a man, and how do you plan on getting your $1.8 million that you're going to need at age 65 to retire? And at $70,000 a year, you won't have it either.
Well, I have a question though. So say there are women who have, who are currently invested and putting money into different vehicles, and they just so happen to fall short of that $1 million, so what? Like what? So I guess I just feel like
I don't understand what means. So no, okay. Why does asking about what happens if this woman does have it and doesn't work? Does that make you sleep better at night? I'm talking about women like
everything so doom and gloom.
No, I make everything so grown goddamn real. That's what I do. And that's one thing that we used to do in our community, deal with reality. And our women, are delusional. Delusional to the point to where you think that understanding the math of life is doom and gloom. To telling Black women the truth that 200 pounds is fat, you are being mean and toxic. We're to the place in our community by simply being honest. You want Black men to be canceled. Woo! This is how far we've fallen, people.
Yo, he just said a mouthful. Let me run it back. Hold up.
That's one thing that we used to do in our
Woo!
Doesn't work.
Say it again, bro.
Sleep better at night? I'm talking about women like
everything
yourself.
so doom and gloom.
No, I make everything so grown goddamn real. That's what I do. And that's one thing that we used to do in our community, deal with reality. And our women, are delusional. Delusional to the point to where you think that understanding the math of life is doom and gloom. To telling Black women the truth that 200 pounds is fat, You are being mean and toxic. We are to the place in our community by simply being honest. You want black men to be canceled. This is how far we've fallen, people. It's doom and gloom to talk about
the truth.
Retirement planning.
Wow.
It's doom and gloom. Okay, then. If we never talked about it, would it be better to never talk about it? And then you look up and you're 55 years old.
Jonathan, you're killing me with these comments.
$50,000 saved up, $100,000 at the end of your career, at the peak of your earning potential. Because it's nobody's responsibility.
Forgive me, I'm on my non-invested internet. It keeps freezing. So
are you on Wi-Fi?
I appreciate the
Are you on Wi-Fi?
Yes, I am on Wi-Fi.
Turn off your Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Just go to cellular.
Oh, really?
See, one of the things
Dog. She said, "Oh, really? So you don't know to turn the Wi-Fi off if it's not working? You don't know to switch to another data stream to make your video clear so that you're not in and out of the conversation? Like, you don't know that? You don't know that. This is really where we are. I know that's petty and that's small, but yo, that's the most ridiculous shit ever." Yo, wait a minute.
Give me, I'm on
responsibility.
Forgive me, I'm on my non-invested internet. It keeps freezing. So
are you on Wi-Fi?
I appreciate the
Are you on Wi-Fi?
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I'm out. I quit. This is not life. She said, "Oh, really?" Like she just learned a trade secret. You got several streams of income. You said you run a social media. You got all these things you do, but you don't even know how to work the internet. Come on. Give yourselves a fighting chance when you go talk to Kevin Samuels. Like, damn, at least prepare for the show. You know he's going to ask these ballpark questions where he's asking you basic 1 + 1 = 2 things, and you can't even answer it. Like almost every video that I've reacted to, they get on here and embarrass themselves and show, unfortunately, how unintelligent you really are. It's freaking Wi-Fi.
Am I on Wi-Fi?
Turn off your Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Just go to cellular.
Oh, really?
See, one of the things I find interesting, folks, is this is what you hear. A man who sits down and talks about verifiable facts, data, statistics. It's doom and gloom. So what are we saying? That are we saying that it's better to allow black women to live in blissful ignorance?
Pretty much.
To not talk about it?
No. What I'm saying is that putting forth the effort and having these conversations so that women do know, or everyone knows to invest in these things and to try to have numbers and have goals set to hit.
Everybody knows what you said? Okay.
No, I didn't say everyone knows. I'm saying that the conversation and having the conversation is much needed and much appreciated. The reason that I said doom and gloom is because it seems like if we don't hit that $1 million, then everything is over.
Ma'am, the point is you're trying to do what, if you choose to not be with a man, 1 in 4 black women will marry. The reason women marry is for financial security. 1 in 4 of our women will marry. That means those 3 out of 4 that don't better make the money that two people would have made, or else they are going to die alone on the street. There is no government coming to save you. Social Security will be gone.
Ooh,
See, this is what's doom and gloom.
Tell
I'm
her.
asking, all right, if every other woman in every other race of woman is married at a rate of 54% or higher, because they know I don't make enough money to live this life by myself. Black women chosen to not marry. So what is your plan for the rest of life? And now that you're just simply asking, acknowledge your choice. You don't want to marry, you want to be by yourself. You can't be an average earner, because what you're really saying is somebody's supposed to come save me for my choices. See, as a man were to do that, I'm going to be an average earner, not have enough money to retire on, because I can't cooperate with a woman or whatever. You know what's waiting for him? The street, the park.
Facts. Facts, man. Facts. You don't get no sympathy.
It's a serious, sobering reality that our women are not where they're supposed to be with their men, building, saving, planning for the end of life, because so many black women act like modern children. Like it's hot girl summer and I'm a black don't crack, and even though I'm 40 years old, I look like I'm 20. You're 40.
Oh,
and you're not planning for life. So we're even talking about the stuff that we should be talking about in high school is doom and gloom.
Oh my goodness. Yo. Is this not what I was talking about in my comments before I even watched this video? Why are you 30 acting like you 20, making excuses for why you're not wondering where you want to be in life? Or I'm not ready to get married. I'm 30, still living in my mama's basement. Come on, bro. We are so immature as a society, and it's not even freaking funny. Standards have been lowered so GD much that people are stupid on purpose. They like it. They like being
Who's
ignorant.
gonna pay the price for it, though?
This is nuts. This is nuts.
Who's gonna pay the price for not knowing these things?
We all are gonna pay the price.
No, women will. Oh no, black women will pay the price for it. Nobody else. Black women will pay the price for it. Because you got to admit, you've been told, or you tell the world that you don't need, whether not you, the message that the average black woman communicates is, I don't need no man.
I don't need no man.
Fine.
I can wait till I'm 46 and get married. No, you can't. No, you can't. I feel somewhat vindicated. Because I don't know, a little bit of part of me was like, okay, am I being judgmental? But then my husband, he got me out of that. And he was like, no, you're telling the truth. People just don't like the truth because it forces them to think about the choices that they made and have to admit, damn, I fucked up somewhere. Like, dang, I probably should have been ready before 46, you know? I probably should have not been dealing with knucklehead dudes for 10 years and then blaming it on men. Where is the responsibility on our end? Like, is it anywhere? Do we ever talk about women being responsible? Is it always the man's fault? I don't know. You tell me.
You better earn what you better earn his income, because you do need a man.
You're talking about the image, the image.
I'm saying you need a man. You need two incomes.
Okay. To
get through the end of life. And if you're gonna say I don't need a man, and you got one income, that income better be 120,000+, because you can't do it on what most women make. It's simple math. So, and why is this all important? Because when you start getting down to what's important, this whole notion of being right, and he has to be tall and sex got to be good, and all that kind of shit. This is a matter of either living on the street and eating cat food, or actually having a comfortable life. From retirement to your grave.
Oh, he said cat food.
And we're starting to see the first group of women living like this. Homeless. Dying alone. How old is your mother?
61.
Your aunts?
61.
Are all the women in your family married?
No, they're not.
Are any of them independently rich or wealthy?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And are any of them just average middle income earners?
Yes.
Do you know how they're going to retire?
I mean, you're not gonna like my answer. My answer is full of optimism and sunshine, you know. So
What's that? Either they made enough money or they didn't.
see, there you go. Doom and gloom. There's family. There's love. There's friends. There's
So it's somebody else's
What?
responsibility. So
Oh,
it's the person that
hell
did
no.
make enough money to come
Hell
dig your grown
no.
ass out.
no, my goodness gracious.
So it takes a village to raise adults. Is that what we're saying? Now, listen, if my mother or my father ever got to the point where they needed, sorry, I want to snack on something, I'm hungry. If they ever got to the point where they needed me to step in and, you know, help care for them, my doors are open. But my mom's not going to do absolutely nothing in life and then say I'm about to fall back on my daughter because she's got me. No, we should all have a plan to take care of ourselves and not put the burden onto our children to make sure that we're good once we get to another phase in life. This lack of accountability, man, it's a problem. It is a problem. It's across the board. It ain't just black. It ain't just white. It's everybody. Everybody has an excuse. Everybody has a story why this one size fits all doesn't work for everybody. No, you just lowered your standards. She said family, love.
What does that mean? Family.
That means-
if this person over here,
Hell no.
This pig built his house of straw. This pig built his house of wood. This pig built their house of stone. So it's the stone pig responsibility for the wood and the twig pig.
No.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. That it's this person over here who made fastidious choices to take this responsibility. I'm saying this because I'm actually seeing it in my family right now.
Yep.
I got aunts that are dying alone, broke,
Yep.
penniless, bad, off.
Oh man. But see, look,
And they're the norm. They're the
nephew,
norm. No,
don't you want?
no, don't give me that bullshit.
Oh,
Nephew, my ass. Grown damn women who are rebellious their entire lives and still rebellious to this day. You need a car. Here's a car. Oh, I don't like that car. It's too big. It's a free car.
you know what?
Stop. Here's a free car. Person who ain't worked 20 years and can't do nothing and still rebellious. That is our culture.
Ooh.
You
Rebellious.
can't even say nothing because you know it's true.
Well, I'm waiting. Can I say something? I just had this conversation with my best friend about values, right? Because we were talking about how values can be, you know, how people in a relationship have different values, and identifying those values, you know, can help as far as if the relationship can, you know, be compromised, be healthy, you know, just like completely eliminating toxicity in the relationship if you can identify these values. And I think that you may not value love.
I don't give a shit about love.
But
And neither did my grandparents. They didn't care about love. They cared about survival, duty, and respect. We care too much about stupid shit like love. That's why Black women are the last to marry, the lowest married. And when you do marry, you marry less than 5 years about love. It ain't about love. It is about, would you rather have
Duty.
responsibility and duty?
Duty.
Get your ass from one end to the life. To
Yes.
the y'all can worry about love. Y'all can deal with these Disney notions.
no, listen, I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna say, let me finish this. Y'all can deal with those Disney notions. Our grandparents didn't worry about love. They needed something else.
I'm not talking about love. I'm talking about altruistic love. Love that is all about caring about well-being, not romantic, lovey-dovey love. Yeah.
Why do liberals live in this like utopia where we're going to take care of all of our family and we're going to stay together as a unit and everybody's going to be responsible for everybody. And if somebody ain't worked for 30, 40 years, it's okay. They can fall back on me. No. This is not a utopia. You're responsible for your own life. Don't put that on somebody else. Like, what is wrong with people? How many of you, I know a lot of people here have kids. How many of you would put that burden on your kids to be responsible for you after you have done absolutely nothing to be responsible for yourself for years? How many of you would put that responsibility on your kid? With pride. Yep. My 30-year-old son is taking care of my 40-something-year-old ass, or 50. How many?
Fuck that.
What do you mean altruism? What altruistic love from who?
From the people that are around you. That like, I'm saying, like a familial love. Like that's
you need
why
a family for that.
That's why I called you nephew, because you was talking about your niece. You was talking about your
No.
aunties.
A nephew is not responsible for his aunt who chose to be rebellious. See, that's not what that means. You don't get to go muck up your life and then go to somebody else just because you share last name and DNA.
Woo!
Because if my uncle had done that, he couldn't go to his niece and get it. See, y'all, black men do not exist to fix your mistakes. If you could not come under cooperation and leadership with a man during your life, don't come asking us to fix it now that you're at the end.
Oh, well, okay. Okay.
Because these very same people, when you try to give them advice, hey, what are you going to do about retirement? I actually had an aunt that passed, and I was like, you know what? You have no children. You never married. I'm concerned. Why don't you get a job, such and so forth? Oh, I ain't got all these jobs ain't offer me what I think I should get. You need money. Now, you smoke a pack of cigarettes a day. You keep some cigarettes. You keep some cigarettes, but you can't get no job. All right, then what happens? I can't afford it. My mom can't afford it. Peter Paul, blah, 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 blah. What are you going to do if no one in the family? Well, if y'all ain't going to help me, I guess the Jesus house will be there. I'm sorry. So I got to go out and work myself, take from my family, take from my daughter, take from my future, because you got a grown person that don't want to do their part because of no. See, that is not the woman or the kind of woman that my grandmother or my great grandmother raised. They don't recognize these sorry ass women.
Oh,
I can dig it. You're talking about self accountability and people being able to take responsibility for their own actions. That sounds great.
Grandmother and grandfather did not have romantic love. They needed one another. In our culture, women have been saying that they don't need the men, and that's only cool. It's only true if you make enough money to replace his income. You can't say you don't need a man if you don't make enough money to replace that income, because when it's over, where's the money gonna come from? And the thing is, many women in our culture have not thought about it, because it's always been something there. The government, the system ain't got nothing left.
It's the system.
Did you hear what Kevin said? Did you hear what Kevin said? Let me turn it up for the louder. For the folks in the back that constantly blame the system. Oh, it's the system. We can't do nothing because of the system.
Enough money to replace that income, because when it's over, where's the money gonna come from? And the thing is, many women in our culture have not thought about it, because it's always been something there. The government, the system ain't got nothing left.
Woo! It's the system. You know who I'm being when I say that?
I'm just saying. I mean, and I'm joking, but I'm like, when you're 33 years old, do you ever want to be married? Whether you do or don't. If you don't, how you plan on getting to the end of life? That's all I got to ask.
With a whole lot of love and hope and praying and everything.
And
like
you gonna be broke as shit, living in poverty with all your love and hope and optimism, girl. You better get a clue. Some of y'all gonna be left behind. Look, we are moving into a very different and difficult piece of American history. We're all witnessing history as we speak. The dumbing down of America has been completed because the majority are dumbed down, and we represent the minority, the people that are like, what are you doing? This doesn't make sense. Can we talk about this? Can we talk about the fact that she's 30 plus and she still thinks love and hope is going to provide for the future? Love and hope. Last time I checked, love and hope didn't pay bills. Love and hope doesn't bury people when they're dead. Doesn't pay off debt. Doesn't do any of that. Love and hope is for fairy tales. It's a utopia that will never exist. And the quicker you all come to terms with that, the better off we'll be. Start raising your kids to be responsible at what, 13, 14, 15 years old. Get them started early. So by the time they're 18, you can take comfort in knowing you taught them everything they needed to know, and you gave them every ounce of you as a parent to help them succeed. I hope my kids are far more mature, and I actually have a lot of confidence in this, that they'll be far more mature than me and their dad were at 18 years old. At 18, even before 18. Set your kids up for success. Stop lowering the standards. Stop making excuses for bad behavior. Call it out. Correction is love. And 30 is not the new 20, bro. It's not cool to be 30 plus acting like you're in your early 20s, man. That's just imagine how you look at somebody when they walk down the street, especially men, when men walk down the street looking bummy as heck, and you know how old they are. They still got cornrows in their head, wearing their pants down their ass, doing ridiculous stuff, running around acting like they're still 20, and they 30 plus. That's why we are where we are. Hold people accountable, man. I'm out of here. I just wanted to come on here and give you guys a introduction to what we're going to be doing. I'm going to spend some time highlighting these areas that get ignored. I'm going to be talking to Billy on Matter Monday. We're going to be chopping it up, getting into what he's got going on in New Jersey. I'm going to be meeting with a lot of other politicians, or not even politicians, Americans that are running for these positions to create change in their communities. A couple of days ago, I shared a story of a lady who inboxed me. And she said, hold on. She said, I remember when you went hard at telling people they need to get involved in the election. Stop whining and get involved. Get involved in your local government. Get involved in your local election. And she did just that. And you know what's crazy? She found other people that were just like her. They banded together in their towns, and they replaced every city council member that was on the board doing absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. We can definitely stand up for our communities. Just a few hours ago, I got another message from a lady who shared some stuff with me. And she said, I believe God was speaking to me through you because you have been talking about how women are out of order. I was talking about how women are out of order. You're mean. You don't want to do stuff. You don't want to wash dishes. You got an attitude. You let other people influence you from the outside, because she felt like most women feel that stay home because of society and other women. You're not doing enough. You don't even get paid to be a mom, and they make you feel like shit. And me sitting here talking about Kevin Samuels and holding people accountable helped her in her marriage. Get active. Take accountability. Think about what you're doing. This is why we started Make America Think Again. Man. It's sad how many adults are walking around stuck. How many children are walking around stuck in adult bodies. That's what we're looking at. So thank you guys for listening to me rant. I'll be back on Monday for actually Sunday with Billy. Actually, I'm getting my days mixed up. I'll be back Sunday with Primetime Patriots in our news. And then I'll be back again on Monday talking to Billy, what he's got going on in New Jersey. Thank you all for chilling with me. I'm out of here.